are with trivia. Jeff, we are doing the Giving Spree November 5th. Log on to accfgivingspree.org to donate. It is only on November 5th.
And we are participant number 26. When you get the program, check it out. So a lot of worthy causes, but we're right up there.
Number 26, don't forget. So we have a very special guest today. We have Drew Beeson. Drew, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well.
I am so excited to talk to you about some of your books, especially the sightings in on the Zodiac Killer. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it's it's a person of interest book, and I don't know how many people are familiar with the Zodiac Killer case. A lot of people are. This was a series of murders that happened in the San Francisco Bay Area, starting in late 1968 and through 1969. There was 4 different what they call canonical crimes. And this book is about a person of interest in the case. And people that know it know that there was a film done about the Zodiac by David Fincher, the director. And it was based off a book by Robert Graysmith, just called Zodiac. Mm-hmm. And in that film, the main person of interest is a man named Arthur Lee Allen. And my book is about his friend actually being the Zodiac Killer. Not Arthur Lee Allen, but the friend of Arthur Lee Allen that brought him forward as a suspect. My book focuses on that friend that brought him forward.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to find out more about that. We'll talk about that a little bit more after we dive into trivia. We have 2 special panelists today, along with Ack, who is a comedian, who is always joining in. We have Rachel Beard, who is a special Olympics participant. So thanks for joining us, Rachel. Appreciate you joining in today. Hi.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And my brother, Brian, brother from another mother, who has killed it in trivia for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm so happy to have you on here.
No Dreamweaver, so yeah, he's the early leader in the clubhouse. I mean, it doesn't count for much. You got to do it.
No, I was going to say.
Yeah.
No Dreamweaver. So join us at communitymedia.net/trivia and click that play button to play along. Let's get started the countdown for trivia. You guys ready to play?
Ready?
Yes.
While the countdown is counting, don't forget to log on to the Giving Spree. So save that in your browser, and then that way on November 5th, you can donate to number 26. Which company developed Super Mario Brothers? Sega, Nintendo, Atari, or Intellivision?
A lot of video game questions.
Is that your thing? Video
No,
games?
I have not played much, so.
I can play some Mario Brothers. Nintendo.
Yeah.
That will be the only video game question that I know.
That'll be the only one I know too,
Yeah.
is Nintendo.
Right.
Dreamweaver is playing, and he is in the lead.
Who knew?
He had to know you were playing, Brian.
Number 2, the Halloween franchise takes place largely in the fictional town of Haddonfield in what U.S. state? California, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois.
This question is definitely for you, Brian.
Those are horror questions.
Nope.
Yeah, there are a lot of horror movie questions. Well, it's
Illinois.
almost Halloween, so I think that's appropriate.
Yeah, that's fair. They are my nemesis.
And then next week it'll be.
We have
right
a
around
new
the corner
player.
from
Brandon
Halloween,
Staub
too.
is in 2nd place. In 1778, English explorer Captain James Cook became the first European to visit what place which he called the Sandwich Islands?
Delicious.
Thailand, Hawaii, Indonesia, or the Philippines?
Was there cannibalism on the island? Is that why you called it the Sandwich Island?
Hawaii.
Not bad. How are you?
We probably accused them of being cannibals.
Probably.
Greg Weaver. He's lurking in the lead. Deion Sanders also played which sport professionally while having an NFL career? Basketball, baseball, bowling, or hockey?
I don't think it was bowling.
I mean, yeah.
He was also a checkers grand champion.
Deion on skates?
Was
I don't
he?
think so. He played for the Cincinnati Reds, among other teams. I think he played for some other teams too.
Did he
The
play for the
Braves.
Reds?
I think he played for the Braves.
That's right.
He'd be eating some chips in that little gift they got there.
What's happened there? It's taking quite a while. He's
Are we frozen?
Dion keeps waving those chips
Ack, do you have
at
a question
us.
up there on the board? Are they still rolling?
Prime time.
78%.
There we go.
All right.
Baseball is the correct answer.
Dreamweaver's still in the lead. Drew picking up second. You have some
Yeah, now I'm
contenders.
getting the hang of
Brother from another mother in third. Which legendary NFL coach has the most Super Bowl wins in 2020? As of 2020.
Oh.
Don Shula, Chuck Noll, Bill Walsh, or Bill Belichick? Is this a tough one?
Half a dozen. And there they're showing.
Rachel,
that's
do you
a
know your
big clue
sports?
there on the photo for sure. When they show Brady,
Yeah, that's it.
it's Belichick.
Yeah.
Everybody pretty much knew that.
I didn't know that one.
Can you be lurking in the lead? I don't know. Greg Weaver's out there. Glamorous and Big Girls Don't Cry were big hits in 2007 for which of these female pop stars? Lady
No
Gaga, Britney Spears,
idea, baby.
Katy Perry, or Fergie?
Oof. You can have that one.
Oh, I do know this one.
Yeah, right.
Finally, a trivia question I know. Sadly, it's a pop one.
You can have that one.
Fergie, Black Eyed Peas,
I am
is
embarrassed
that
to know
right?
that one.
It is.
Hey,
Okay.
I guessed it right with
Wow.
the 8 points.
Yeah, I think that because of
We have a couple
so
new
long
players.
ago.
No whining twinning. The Nightmare Before Christmas was nominated for what Academy Award? Best Original Score, Best Visual Effects, Best Art Director, or Best Animated Feature?
If you said no whining, that's probably my sister, Susanna Twining.
Oh, Twining. I read it as
That's there.
twinning. That's
No
my.
whining twinings.
Do sometimes these photos do they throw you off?
Sometimes they do.
Best visual effects is the correct answer. Nice.
Oh, well.
By the way, you don't win anything if you do win, except pride and
Bragging rights?
yes,
Pride and
yes.
joy.
Which country won the first Fédération Internationale de Football Association World Cup? Argentina, Italy, Uruguay, or West Germany?
This is a Jeff question.
This has not been a Brian-friendly round so far.
I'd like to say I rigged this, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Italy, the number one answer.
Is not
But
correct.
And it's not
Uruguay.
correct.
Oh, wow. We never got
Uruguay.
it right. No one got it
1930. And that was also the nation whose rugby players ate their dead, Uruguay. If anybody's heard that story,
Wow.
yeah.
The official currency of which country would score the most in a game of Scrabble? Angela Kwanzaa. Oh, I can't even read these. Guatemala. Go ahead, Jeff. Read
Guatemala
it for me.
Quetzal, Poland Zloty, or Mongolia Tugrug? Mongolia Tugrug.
You do that so much better than me.
Got to be the Quetzal.
Yeah, the 10-point, or 10-point Zloty. Quetzal, yeah.
I don't know how you
Because
guessed them. I couldn't
you
read
use
them.
all 7 letters too, so that's a big one. That's 50 points right there.
Sure.
Greg
You
Weaver.
throw away a Q and a Z. I mean, come on. That's pretty good stuff.
The 2020 NHL Winter Classic took place at the venue of which college football bowl game? The Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, or the Sugar Bowl?
They're all hot.
The Winter Classic, they play hockey outside, just like the old days when we used to have a winter and there'd be ice and people would put on their hockey skates and go
I'm hoping for that this
play
year.
hockey.
It's no
Real
fair
winter.
asking
Cotton
questions
Bowl
about
in
2020.
Dallas. Yeah, it was in Dallas.
Sweet. Yes, I got it right.
All right. They have a hard time keeping that ice if it gets too warm, but we have, what, a dozen players?
There's 2 Raymonds playing.
Yeah. one has
Watito's
a
playing,
capital
the
R.
new one. The Bermuda Triangle, which has been attributed to the disappearance of many ships and aircraft, is formed by points at Miami, Bermuda, and what island? Cuba,
Wow.
Grenada,
Jeez.
Jamaica, or Puerto
Nice
Rico?
shuffle.
Wow. I hate these questions that I should know and don't.
I know. I hate the words I should know how to
Yeah.
pronounce and don't.
You say Grenada, I say Grenada.
Oh, no one got
Puerto
it.
Rico is the correct
Wow.
answer. That was a stumper. Nobody got it right.
And Rachel moves to third.
What was the original name of the Facebook app and website? Was it Face Mash, Connect
Mash.
You, The Facebook, or Harvard Connection?
I didn't know it was named something else.
That does not make sense.
Didn't see
Did
the
anybody
movie.
see the social network? I never saw the social
Yeah, I
network.
saw the Social Network. It was good.
I never did
It was
either.
really good.
The
I never-
twins, the Harvard twins were the
Yeah, the twins.
nemesis.
The
Facebook.
The
It was a
Facebook.
stop question.
The Facebook. The Giving Spree.
Well played. What is the moniker for a name, did I even say that right? For a new wave of non-physical digital currencies
Finally,
that
one
are
of them.
completely computerized and anonymous due to distributed electronic ledger to enforce security? Virtual currency, digital currency, cryptocurrency, or e-currency?
Would that be like a Bitcoin?
I'm thinking so.
Pretend
So,
currency.
look at that little gift there. Do something.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. That would be like a Bitcoin.
Building his lead, 90 points out in front. Not too far
Brandon
back
Stahl
though.
moved to
Second
fourth place.
row. Rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg popularized what mixed alcoholic drink in his hit single from 1994? Jack and Coke, gin and juice, Henry and ginger ale, or vodka and soda?
Henry and ginger ale.
I don't know that. I'm giving up my black card.
You know, I just learned the other day that he smokes weed.
Gin and juice.
You just figured that out?
Yeah, no, that was a joke.
What kind of juice? Does it matter?
Okay.
Are you sitting down? Yes. Then clearly you don't suffer from blank. The
Oh,
fear
my
of
God.
sitting
I'm frozen.
down.
Wait, is something where my thing's frozen? Oh no.
Cryptophobia, microphobia. I know I'm saying all of these wrong. Homophobia or cathiophobia. Pardon my pronunciation of all those phobias.
It's a lot of fear going
Clearly,
around.
I don't have a phobia of pronouncing words wrong on live TV.
Oh, shoot.
What's the name for that?
Yeah, what is the name for that?
Okay, wow.
I don't think it has a name.
Capiso.
Cathiso.
Okay. Less
That
than
was an
100.
irrational fear of Kathy's.
Brandon Staub holding steady, and there's a tie for third, actually. Which country has the longest ocean coastline? Russia, Australia, Canada, or Norway? I think we had this one before, didn't we?
I think so.
I know the answer because we had it before.
Yeah. And I knew it after I hit the wrong one.
I did too.
You jumped the
exactly.
gun.
And those are the ones you remember. Wow. It's Canada.
Canada.
Wow.
Shut
A.
it. Yeah.
Canada, A.
Canada, Canada,
Which 90s TV series follows the lives of the Salzinger family siblings after they lost their parents to a car crash? Boy Meets World, Friends, Party of Five, or Growing Pains? I don't
Sad
know
way to start a comedy series. Was it a comedy?
this. Was it a comedy?
For sure.
It's a laugh riot.
Party of
Five.
Five. Everybody knew that. I didn't know
Well, I
that.
guess
I guess I don't watch enough
I got
TV.
it right.
Yeah,
I
know.
read books. I'm trying to improve my mind.
Your sister's gaining on you there, Brian.
In
I read my mind, I kinda read it.
1893, New Zealand became the first country in the world to grant women the right to do what? divorce, drive, join the military, or vote?
1893.
That's a question that just makes you a little sad at the same time. Like, wow, it's just sad.
And it is vote.
And it is vote.
Yeah, that's, well, that's not something we're proud of, and we know women are smarter. We all know that now, but who knew that back in 1893?
Greg
Oh
is
my
in the
God.
lead. The first automobile was invented in what year? 1820, 1885, 1900, or 1925?
How do you define automobile? Is that kind of like a bicycle? Yeah, I think that's process of
Wow,
elimination.
I got it right.
1885.
Good job, good job.
Just 8 years before women could vote in New Zealand.
Wow. Talk about stretching the advantage.
Yeah.
Our own Ken Jennings. As of 2020, which New York City-based Broadway musical has been the highest grossing since 1982? Mamma Mia, The Lion King, Wicked, or The Phantom of the Opera?
Boy, this is brutal.
That goes back a long way, yeah. 82.
Ever been to a Broadway musical?
I have.
You have?
I've been to a
What did you
couple.
see? Oh, you've been to a couple.
Beautiful, actually. I went to Beautiful a couple years ago. Carol King story. Bless
The
you.
Lion
Lion King. No one got it.
The Lion King. Wow.
That is.
What?
Wow. People love the Lion King.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Not in this game.
Not in this game. Following its first day airborne in 1903, the Wright brothers, Wright Flyer, flew how many more times? 0, 1, 2, or 3? I know we learned about this.
Didn't it crash? I don't know.
Yeah, it crashed.
They could have rebuilt it. They had the technology. Anybody been to Kitty Hawk? It's pretty cool.
I wish
Yes,
I did.
several times.
That was a trick. That was it.
Not much time left to catch the champ. Looks like
I don't
he's
see it
already
happening.
planning the post-game party.
Yeah.
Tim Blank was the host of Tool Time and was also the main character in the 1990s TV hit Home Improvement. Last name Johnson, Taylor, Howard, or Tyler? Or was it Tippy Canoe?
Tippy Canoe. Is it like Tim the Tool Man?
Oh, Tippecanoe and Tyler too.
That might not be the right answer, though, is
I
it?
liked watching Home Improvement. Tim the Tool
Yeah,
Man.
he's on a lot on
Taylor.
Laugh Network.
Santa Claus.
Taylor,
That
Tim-
movie will be
Tim
coming
Taylor.
out
Good
soon.
job.
They'll be
Everybody got
playing
it right.
endless reruns of that.
Of
The
what?
Santa Claus.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
sister's right on my tail. I better take this more seriously.
In the movie Saturday Night Fever, what is the name of the disco club where John Travolta's character is the king of the dance floor? 2001 Odyssey, Solid Gold, Boogie Shoes, or Rockies?
You know, I've seen that movie a couple times, but I couldn't answer that. That movie goes back to what, 76 or something?
I bet my mom would know.
Yeah.
My mom would know that bit of information. She would.
Solid Gold.
Oh,
Incorrect.
no one answered it.
Nobody knew
answered
it.
Wow.
There's been some,
Nobody knew it.
you know, even Greg Weaver,
on.
13 out of 24, he's still batting over 500. Which Wicked Witch was crushed by a house in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz? North, south, east, or west?
We should all get this right.
Yeah.
That whole story written by Frank Baum was all about William Jennings Bryan's populist presidential campaign.
Wow.
Really?
Bryan was the cowardly lion. The Tin Man was Northern industrial workers, and the Scarecrow was farmers.
And then it went from, like, well, I guess it went from black and white to color when the house landed on the witch and,
Industrial workers, and the Scarecrow was farmers.
And then it went from like, well, I guess it went from black and white to color when the house landed on the witch, and
Between 1692 and 1693, more than 200 people were accused of witchcraft during the trials in what Massachusetts town? Amherst, Boston, Cambridge, or Salem?
I think a lot of people are going to get this right.
I think so.
Boy, I hope so.
Show me the Cambridge witch trials.
The old famous Cambridge witch trials.
Of course, the Salem, yeah.
And Salem.
All right.
It's on my bucket list to go to Salem.
So the legend grows.
Yeah.
Greg Weaver,
Brother.
1304.
Yep.
And not bad, though. Brian, excellent performance.
You
Drew,
know,
fourth
that
place.
makes me happy.
Not bad, Drew, considering this is your first effort. Great job.
Thank you.
No whining twinings. Do we know who that is?
Brian said it's his sister.
It's my sister.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
it's a family affair now.
Now it's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
I just needed to beat her. That was the only thing that really, really
That's all that
mattered.
matters.
Mission accomplished. So
Couldn't
Drew,
invite her and then have her win. That would be just
Yeah,
incredible.
you could. Now you really have local bragging rights within the house.
Drew, why don't you tell me?
I hope she's watching because she'd just be intolerable if she watched.
Drew, why don't you tell me about some of the other books that you've written?
Well, I wrote a book recently about D.B. Cooper. If anyone remembers who that is, the guy that jumped out of a plane in 1971 with $200,000 strapped to his body.
Never found him, right?
Never found him. Found some of the money in 1980. About $5,000 of the money washed ashore on a place called the Tina Bar along the Columbia River. A young boy found part of the money. So that's become just as big of a mystery as the original person who got away with the skyjacking. So you have two mysteries. One, how the money got there. Two, who was D.B. Cooper. And my book tries to bring forward who I believe was D.B. Cooper, who was a Vietnam veteran, in a lead special forces unit called MACV SOG. And it makes a really good case that this is the real D.B. Cooper. Of course, everybody claims to know who it is, but I think I've got some good people on my side, being most of the well-known people that came out of the special forces in Vietnam all think this guy was D.B. Cooper.
Did he have a parachute when he jumped?
Yeah, he did have a parachute. You know, the FBI tried to make it seem like he didn't know what he was doing. He took a military chute instead of a sports chute, which would have been, the one he chose would have been a lot harder to steer. And from what I found out about this guy, it was definitely the right parachute choice coming out of a 727 and not a regular propeller airplane. So he made the right choice, and most people now believe he did survive.
He lives among the Yetis.
He lives among the Yetis somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. But they have a CooperCon still every year. There's a great podcast called The Cooper Vortex by a young guy named Darren Shaper, who's keeping that whole mystery and folk hero D.B. Cooper alive, and it's really brought on good resurgence to it.
So,
Highly recommended.
how would you describe your genre? It's it's kind of fiction based on history. I mean, you don't. It's not really
yeah, no,
historical
no.
fiction.
It's all fact. I mean,
Yeah,
it's all
okay.
nonfiction, true crime and unsolved mysteries.
But some speculation on your part.
Some speculation about who they are.
And that's
But,
where your creativity comes in. That's
Right, and
really
it's
cool.
all circumstantial with these cases because they're so old.
So-
And every suspect is circumstantial in most of these cases. So it's the battle of who's got the best circumstantial evidence in a lot of these.
And the friend of the Zodiac killer, I mean, do you go through all his mental gymnastics, whether I turn my friend in, and I mean, is that?
Yeah, it's a really crazy deal. Yeah, he inserted himself into the case by bringing his friend forward as a suspect, and he didn't bring his friend forward. You know, the last known crime was in September of 1969, and he didn't bring his friend forward until the summer of 1971. So that's a lot of time in between. You know, behooving him to come forward about his friend. And in doing so, it totally reshaped the history of the Zodiac killer case because, you know, two very best-selling books came out based on that friend of his. And then obviously the David Fincher film was based on those books. So anyway, you look at it, this gentleman forever changed the trajectory of that case by bringing his friend forward. And the more I dug into the friend, the more things were pointing to the friend.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So do you do some of the research yourself?
I do it all myself.
Wonderful.
The internet makes it easier, I guess, or do you actually read books, the physical books, or is it online mostly?
There's a lot online, and then I read other people's books, and then in some cases I'm doing a new one now. It's on a case called the Yuba County Five, and I know where y'all mentioned Rachel being in the Special Olympics, and this deals with 5 men that went missing. 4 of them had some cognitive impairment, and they all 5 of them played on a Special Olympics basketball team. And they went missing in 1978, and they all lived outside of Yuba City, California. There's a lot of YouTube videos about it. I have one as well. It's fascinating how 5 grown men can go missing after attending a basketball game. And that case is great. And I'm finding out stuff, even today about it that people have never heard of. That's just mind blowing. I mean, it's a fascinating, probably the best thing I've ever done, and it's not out yet. So I'm really excited about it.
Is it still unsolved?
It's still unsolved.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They found 4 of them dead in the mountains in the cold, and one of them they never found. So it's a baffling mystery.
Do they suspect the survivor? I mean, I guess that's a person of interest.
Yeah, he's definitely a person of interest. They never found his body, and they never found him, but there has been at least one really credible sighting of this person. And most surmise that he just died out in the cold with the rest, and they just never found his body. But I'm starting to believe he did survive.
Yeah.
It's not easy to disappear in this day and age.
Yeah. So if people want to research or look up some of your books, how would they find you?
Well, all my books are on Amazon. You can just look them up by my name. It's Drew Beeson. And also on my website, it's drewbeesonbooks.com.
Okay.
And I have a YouTube channel under my name as well.
Okay, great. Well, Drew, thank you so much for being on the show. You're
Thank
definitely
you.
welcome back anytime. And anytime, any Tuesday you ever want to be a panelist on the show, when we have another guest, you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, I definitely love that. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Drew.
Guys,
Thank
don't forget about the Giving Spree, November 5th. ACCFGivingSpree.org. We are number 26. It's been a great day. Thanks, guys, for being on Trivia. We will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Number 26 on the list, number 1 in our hearts, community media.
See you later.
Hi everybody, welcome to Gettysburg Community Theater. My name is Chad Allen Carr, and I'm the founding executive artistic director of the theater. Here at Gettysburg Community Theater, we have volunteer opportunities, educational opportunities, and performance opportunities for all ages and abilities. We have a program for children, teens, adults, senior citizens, and even a special needs group called the Penguin Project. We're thrilled with our community support. Our community has supported us since we opened in 2009 to today, and hopefully to tomorrow and the future as well. At Gettysburg Community Theater, as a not-for-profit 501c3 organization, we rely heavily on donations from patrons of the arts like yourselves. We do write for grants, but that's not always a guarantee. What is a guarantee is the love of theater arts that our patrons, our students, our volunteers all find right here in Gettysburg Community Theater. Our community is a very supportive, thriving arts community. We appreciate the opportunity to partner with other not-for-profit organizations. In our history, we have partnered with the Adams County Arts Council, the Majestic Theater, Totem Pole Playhouse, the Gettysburg Festival, and much, much more. We thank our community for welcoming us with open arms as we opened in 2009 and are committed to our future. Come see Gettysburg Community Theater and find out what we're all about.
Hi, I'm Ralph Serpy with the Adams County Community Foundation, inviting you to join me for Adams County's annual Day of Giving, the Giving Spree. On November 5th, our community will come together to support over 90 nonprofits working right here in Adams County. We encourage you to mail in your gift, give online, or drop off your donation in person right from your car. For more information, including a list of participating nonprofits, please visit accfgivingspree.org or call 717-337-0060. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Mike Shanderbrook. I'm a patient as well as on the board of directors for Family First Health. We've been around for 50 years this year. 6 offices where we have Gettysburg. We have a very good medical and dental program. We have very professional medical, nursing in each of the offices. They're all bilingual. We also offer services for AIDS patients. We offer services for unwed mothers pregnant for the first time. And any of the doctors or nurses or anybody like that can help you anytime. You just call them. You know, we're very accessible. We take low income, no income. We take most insurances. We also have a scale that if you have lower income, you are given a lower scale of payment, so that if you can't afford us, we still take you. I support Family First Health because I believe in what they're doing. I believe in the good they do for the communities. We just would ask to give Family First Health some consideration when you do donate, so we can keep taking care of these most needed people in the area.
Hi, I'm Ralph Serpy with the Adams County Community Foundation, inviting you to join me for Adams County's annual Day of Giving, the Giving Spree. On November 5th, our community will come together to support over 90 nonprofits working right here in Adams County. We encourage you to mail in your gift, give online, or drop off your donation in person right from your car. For more information, including a list of participating nonprofits, please visit accfgivingspree.org or call 717-337-0060. Thank you.
Show support for those who support you by advocating for sustainable living for essential workers. At Home in Adams County is looking at ways to keep Adams County strong and vibrant. We need essential workers for the various industries in our county that contribute to growth and opportunity for many. Join us in making sure we have housing in line with working wage income, effective transportation options, and vibrant economic development so all working families can thrive. Together, we support essential workers of Adams County.
Hi, I'm Ralph Serpy with the Adams County Community Foundation, inviting you to join me for Adams County's annual Day of Giving, the Giving Spree. On November 5th, our community will come together to support over 90 nonprofits working right here in Adams County. We encourage you to mail in your gift, give online, or drop off your donation in person right from your car. For more information, including a list of participating nonprofits, please visit accfgivingspree.org or call 717-337-0060. Thank you.
New Hope Ministries is a Christian social service agency. We were founded in 1982 in northern York County, and we've expanded over the years in many different pockets in Adams County as well as Cumberland County. In Adams County, we're really proud and honored to be able to serve New Oxford and Littlestown with physical sites so that people can come directly to us to receive help with food, housing assistance, help finding a job, different youth programs that we offer. We also have mobile food pantries that we offer in York Springs and Gardners once a month so that people in those communities can also receive those type of services if they're not able to reach our communities that we serve in Littlestown and New Oxford. We're also present in Hanover, which serves both York and Adams County residents. We're here today on a Wednesday. We're open Wednesdays only here at our Littlestown Center on Frederick Pike, right outside Bethel Assembly of God Church. They